see what was going on in a second. Them away. The green flag is on and we are underway and racing here. Great start by the looks of it from Siortsis into the first corner. Into turn one they go, and Vladimiros it is that leads. Does everybody make it through okay? Looks as if they have, albeit with some of them taking to the runoff. Into turn two they go for the first time, and it is Siortsis who leads. Battle for fifth place still ongoing. And Delso up the inside. Good move. Oh, that was wonderful stuff from Ulis Delso. What a move. Just set that up wonderfully at turn 11. Dubek with a little look to the inside at turn one. Defensive there from Linster, but not enough defensive, clearly, because up the inside. And third place, is it for Dubek? Yes. Linster was all over the curbs trying to find a way back up the inside, but it wasn't to be. He broke early there into turn two. I think he intended to try and get the cut back, but unfortunately Dubek just perfectly hounded the road, blocked the line, and moved up into third place. Rounds the final corner in that number 5 car, and it will be victory for Vladimiros, the Cypriot driver, with lots to celebrate here in Spain. Congratulations Vladimiros on a fabulous win here in EuroNascar 2. Very loose-looking car in qualifying, but they clearly sorted it out a bit for the race, and he was a bit smoother come race time, but he was still incredibly quick. He was on the front row from qualifying yesterday, and now he's once again on the front row after race one. And here is the grid then. Vladimiros Siortsis on the pole position, the Cypriot driver in the number 5, a car that looks very quick here this weekend, both in EuroNascar 2 and EuroNascar Pro. Alberto Nasca in second, and it's Martin Dubek, our defending EuroNascar 2 champion, in his first of 2 races today. Ulis Delso in fourth position. He will be followed by Gil Linster on the third row of the grid, the Luxembourg driver, starting alongside Alfredo Di Matteo in one of the Shadow DNM8s. Liam Hazemans is next, his first ever car race yesterday, and he did very well indeed. Let's see how he progresses as the year goes on. Francesco Garisto in 8th place. Melvin de Groot in 9th place. He was involved in some great battles yesterday. Let's see if the fight is around him again. Certainly his sparring partner from yesterday, Paul Jufro, is right there with him. Christian Malczarek in 11th place in the 24 car. No luck yesterday at all. Let's see if he can have a better run today. Leonardo Colavita in 12th place. And Michael Blakemolen in 13th position. Great to see Michael racing once again. Andrea Tronconi in the number 1 car, and he's joined by Paolo Valeri behind him on row 8 of the grid. And it's Levi Linsucanto in the 23. Advait Doda in 17th, and 18th is Patrick Schober in the 27. Miguel Gomez in 19th place. I expect him to come up through the order a little bit. Luli Del Castello rounds out our top 20. So many quick drivers. It's going to be Nasca on the outside. And our race winner from yesterday taking the inside line again in that number 5 car. We're underway, and we are racing Vladimiros Siortsis then in the number 5 car. Let's see if he can hold the lead into the first corner. Look at Martin Dubek. Dubek on the attack into turn 1. Surely not. Oh, Nasca. Nasca trying to go all the way around the outside, and I think he's done it. Amazing stuff from Alberto Nasca. Nasca, I think, may just have the lead here, although he's on the outside line. Always tricky on the outside, isn't it? I think he's just about done it, you know. EuroNascar with a fabulous start, but Dubek also tried his hand at getting through the order. It looks as though everyone's got through the first few corners without terribly much issue. Now, someone off further back. I think that might be the 16 car having a bit of an issue there. I think that was the 16 having a bit of a gravel trap moment. It could well be. Didn't quite catch the number on that one, but might actually be Tyus Hauer potentially. No, Hauer's gone through the first sector split. Oh, it's the 29 car. Okay, so it's Alia College. Oh, no. Alia. Unfortunately, we heard from her she was excited to take this second race on of the EuroNascar 2 weekend, and unfortunately it's ended well, so he did very well to find traction on the outside at turn 2 to take this lead. We're on to lap 5 of the race now. 1/3 distance, and Ziortzis has the gloves off. He's trying up the inside, round the outside, any way he can. Oh, Nascar's run it deep into the corner. Is that the opportunity that Alberto Nascar has given? Yes, it is. Ziortzis is through. Oh, and Nascar just pushing too hard there. I think he knocked the brakes up there quite significantly. He may have flat spotted Hitsuzias with that one as well. Oh, goodness me, there to try and fire back. Oh, and Dubek ran it a bit wide. Sorry, Linster, I should say, ran it a bit wide there, coming out of turn 6. Into turn 8, a favoured overtaking opportunity, and Dubek took the opportunity with both hands. He's up the inside. He makes sure he blocks off the turn-in for Linster, and that was a fabulous move from Dubek. He just ran the car a bit deep into the corner, I think with a little bit of intent to make sure that Gil Linster couldn't get the car turned in. Textbook driving. And look who's still there and still holding on to a podium battle here. Liam Hazemans. It really does run in the family, doesn't it? Multi-generational racing family. And up the inside of the number 7 car, went the number 7 car, I should say. Martin Dubek with a fabulous move at turn 8, one of the key over. Number 47 car is under investigation. That's Leonardo Colavita. Oh no, was Colavita involved with that moment? And look at Hazemans. He's almost copied Martin Dubek exactly there. Brilliant move from Liam Hazemans. Well, the young man has barely driven a race car before, but you wouldn't know it, would you? Yes, the sim is a key tool these days. They use the sims wholeheartedly. He's got plenty of solid experience in the world of karting, but goodness me, Liam Hazemans diving up the inside for 4th place, and I wonder now whether he can try and pursue Martin Dubek. 48 car getting a warning flag. Such a famous name in Dutch motorsports. Up the inside there goes the number 46 car, Miguel Gomez, dispatching Levi Lintercanto, who looks like he's under threat at the moment from a number of drivers. Here comes the 38, Teo Calvé. The last-minute sub is Teo. Didn't know he'd be racing here when he woke up on Monday morning. Not even sure he knew on Friday morning, actually, but here he is. And he's now up to 15th place as a result of that move. Quite the move. I'm not sure I've seen that one before. And look at this. That was the 54 car having a look up the inside, wasn't it? Blekemolen, meanwhile, going defensive. As the 90 car, Advait Deoda, tries to get back into the top 10. Oh, and a good move there on Blekemolen. Deoda up into 11th place with that move. In fact, make that taking back 10th place, I should say, because he was actually ahead at the line. So he's up to 10th. And Melvin de Groot has also got past Michael Blekemolen there. So Blekemolen's been demoted to 12th place, de Groot up to 11th, and Deoda up to 10th place. And look at these Team Blekemolen cars. They're certainly having a bit of a scrap. Still side by side through the S's at turn 9 and 10. Michael recognises that he's not going to get to the corner first. You see that even though they're teammates, they're running different bodies. A Camaro for Bleekemolen, a Mustang for de Groot. Detroit battling then between two of the big US manufacturers. Of course, the cars are all spec in reality under the... and here's a battle then for 5th place. Gil Linster under pressure from Ulis Del So, and it looks as though Ulis has got through. Yes, Del So up the inside for P5 at turn 12. But keep an eye on Gil Linster, who is not going to take that one sitting down. He's seen the newcomer Liam Hazemans get past him. I'm sure Gil isn't going to be as charitable with Ulis Del So. Let's see what Linster can do in response then, but for now the number 3 car is up into the top 5. The outside looked Linster there for a moment. On the run to turn 1, can confirm that Michael Bleekemolen has dropped down out of the top 20 now, so I think that was Bleekemolen slowing, unfortunately. Huge shame for Michael Bleekemolen, who's having a good race ongoing here. Malcharek's had the door open for him there by Castello. And he has made up a position there quite easily, in fact, but Del Castello back on the intensive. And back into what is 15th position. Teo Calve will be hoping these two continue to scrap so he can drive off a bit. Luli Del Castello is not going to let Christian Malcharek just take positions without a bit of a fight. '24 car of Malcharek. Is on that recovery drive. We saw the spin earlier on at the final corner. May have been assisted in said spin. Alan Day, I'm sure, will be watching on interestedly. He takes that car over for EuroNascar Pro later, and he'll be looking to have a much better race than he had yesterday. Some gravel kicked up ahead. Was that from Teo Calve? Well, Calve's certainly still there, so if he did kick up the gravel, thankfully it doesn't seem to have caused him too many order at all. Teo Calve, though, anything but safe in his position at the moment. He's got both Castello and Malcharek behind him, and Castello's found an open door. They were side by side through turn 3, but here is our race leader around turn 13. It's going to be another fabulous drive from Vladimiros Tsiotsis. He was over 6 seconds clear, crossing the line on the final lap. He has been setting the pace at the front of the pack, and once again the number 5 car will cross the line for a second win in as many days in EuroNascar 2. Brilliant drive for Vladimiros Tsiotsis. Alberto Nasca with another overall podium. Second place once more for Alberto Nasca, and Martin Dubek will round out the top 3 just ahead of Liam Hazemans. Meanwhile, Christian Malcharek has got past Luli Del Castello. So Del Castello has dropped a position there, as we can see on our screens. Oh, and a big moment there for the 46 car. That's Miguel Gomez. Gomez, who was being followed by Yevgen Sokolovsky, has had a spin. Question is, did he fall or was he pushed? Either way, Sokolovsky will have made up a position, and Miguel Gomez has dropped some places there. Circumstances pending. But it doesn't look like Malcharek is going to find a way past Teo Calve. He will, of course, make up a position from Gomez, but that might be little consolation. Melvin de Groot came home 11th place ahead of Yevgen Sokolovsky. Teo Calve eventually takes 13th place, of course. Malcharek in 14th. Luli Del Castello in 15th, and Miguel Gomez drops to 17th on that final lap. A reminder of your overall top 10 then: Vladimiros Tsiotsis, our winner. Alberto Nasca taking 2nd, Martin Dubek in 3rd, Liam Hazemans 4th, and Ulis Del So in 5th place. Gil Linster eventually dropped down to 6th place. Francesco Garisto finishing in 7th, Paul Dufro in 8th, Leonardo Colavita in 9th, and Advait Diodha taking the final spot in the top 10. Yesterday, But today it was harder work. You saw there Martin Dubek making a move to the inside on lap 1. EuroNascar, though, around the outside, managed to take the lead and hold the lead coming into turn 2, despite having the outside line. NASCAR would continue to lead the race for several laps. He goes defensive into turn 2 here, asked too much of the apex. Tried to find more grip than he could find on the tyres. Ended up leaving the door open for Vladimiros Siortsis, and Vladimiros did not need to be asked twice. Meanwhile, Martin Dubek got himself up onto the podium with this move on Gil Linster. Very measured manoeuvre from Martin Dubek, and then just a lap later, Liam Hazemans looked at that and said, you know what, I can have a crack at that too. Was a lot bolder on the brakes though, got the move completely done before they even got to the apex of turn 8. Just about had the car in the right position and moved up. Some good battling further back as well. But ultimately, another good result for Vladimiros Siortsis will be the headline grabber. I'm sure EuroNascar is going to have a very positive outlook at this weekend, though. Immediately greeted and congratulated by Andre, our intrepid pit reporter, a good friend to everyone in the paddock as well by the looks of it. Andre Viegold will be talking soon to Vladimiros Siortsis. But of course the debrief with the engineers and so on will take precedent. So another exciting 60 kilometers of racing there, another fun 15 laps for the EuroNascar 2 drivers. Out the car comes Vladimiros Siortsis. He'll get on the roof. Celebrations abound. 2 from 2 in the EuroNascar 2 season for Vladimiros Siortsis, and he holds his nation's flag high. The Cypriot driver, I'm sure he'll have some supporters at home watching, and some supporters with him at the track too, I'm sure. Big congratulations, and oh, I think this party's going to go all night, isn't it? Well, the pit crew have to prepare the car for Patrick Lemery later in EuroNascar Pro, but I'm sure that Vladimiros will beat them